Hello and welcome everybody. Today's video is going to be about priority reads. I've actually decided to just pick five priority reads. That's it. That's all we're gonna make sure, hopefully, fingers crossed, gets read this year. We're gonna try and make sure that happens. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's talk about my five priority reads and why they are a priority. First one, we're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna start real strong. Krampus, the Yule Lord by Brahm. You guys, I started this book like 4 years ago, possibly 5, and I haven't finished it. I was almost finished with it. And you're like, well, why didn't you finish it? Because Krampus is a yapper. He just yaps and yaps and yaps and yaps. And I don't really care what he has to say. I kid you not. When I had stopped reading this, it was like freshly out of him like being on his little soapbox and just yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. And I was like, bro, can you do something? I've never been so irritated with a character that I am of Krampus, okay? I honestly think because it's been so long, I'm gonna have to start over. And I think I'm gonna try and see if I can get the audiobook to go with it, to maybe make it a little bit easier to digest. The other reason that I need to prioritize this is my sister's book. She has been kindly asking for it back numerous times because she has an entire Brahm collection. Is her favorite author and artist, and she wants her book back. So I think it's time I prioritize this so I can get it back to her. The good thing is at least it's in good hands because it's being taken care of here because she knows I take care of my books. So that's a plus, right? The next one on this list is actually a book that I just got. It was in my mini book haul, and that would be Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I hope that's how she says the last name because it's got the little umlaut above it. So I'm like, is it Bronte or is it Bronte? So I have recently, within this last year, really gotten into Gothic fiction or just Gothic literature in general. And that can range from Gothic horror to the Gothic romances. And everybody says that this is the one. Like, you have to, especially if it's more on like the romantic side. So I think it's time that I think I should prioritize this. I never thought I would ever actually be reading this book because for the longest time I just had no interest. And then I actually started reading Gothic fiction and I was like, well, hold on a second. This is some good stuff. So I would love to prioritize this. It would also allow me to read a book that I bought this year. So it'd be like two birds with one stone, but don't throw stones at birds. That's mean. Next we have The Fury of the Gods by John Gwynne, book 3 in the Bloodsworn saga. So I read book 1 and 2 the year that they both came out. Love them. I actually had an arc for the first book, and then Orbit was rude and didn't give me an arc for the second one. It was really rude. So I didn't even apply for the third one because my feelings were hurt. But I love this series. I love Orca. Orca and Vargas are I'm pretty sure Vargas is the correct name. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Varg. It's just Varg. It's not Vargas. It's just Varg. I had to look. But Varg and Orca are my 2 favorite characters in this entire series. And I really want to know what happens with them next. Also, it's still very fresh in my mind because, you know, I read the other 2 books the years that they came out, so I'm not even a full year behind because this one just came out last year. So I want to stay on top of it, that way I can just be done and completed with a series, and then I'll get to know what happens with my favorite characters. Now this next one, I have a good reason as to why I haven't read it yet, and that's Song of Achilles by Miss Madeline Miller. So the big reason that I haven't picked this up yet is because I'm a little scared. I'm just a little bit. And that is because everyone says if you love Circe, you're gonna hate Song of Achilles. If you love Song of Achilles, you're gonna hate Circe. I'm a Circe girl. I love Circe. It's one of my favorite books of all time. So I'm a little scared. Now, I don't think I will hate this, but I don't think I will love it as much as I love Cersei, but I could also be surprised. And I think it's time that I just finally bite the bullet and read it and see where I land. I mean, I own 2 copies of it. Why would I own who I own 2 copies of a book I haven't even read yet that I'm scared to read. It's a little bit silly, guys. And the last one on this list is one that I am actually super, super, super excited for. Bringer of Dust by J.M. Miro. So this came out towards the end of last year, and I want to say it was probably like late November, early December when I finally got my copy, because Goldsboro had some delays with getting their editions out, because that is what this is, because it matches my first one. And so, and like the end of the year for my family is so busy, because from October to December it's just holidays and birthdays, and I'm one of those birthdays. So, you know, it's a little hard to prioritize, you know, a big old chunky monster like that. And I want to take my time with this. I want to absorb every page, every word, every second that happens, because I love this story. I love the children. They're all mine. I adopted them all. You guys can't have any of them. They all belong to me. I'm their mother now. I need to know what happens with them. I need to know where their stories are going next. I have theories. I have so many theories. At the end of the last book of things that happened, I have so many theories, and I'm just like, which one of my theories is going to be right? Are you going to make the one I really want to be right? Like, oh my god, that would be so fun. Okay, not only that, I have to keep my best friend updated on this. Okay, like, you guys don't even know. Like, I was updating her like chapter by chapter on this, and she is just as invested as I am, and she's not even reading it. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on with this, and I need to know, and I desperately want to stay on top of this series. So major priority. So that is all of my priority books, just 5 of them, keeping it easy, keeping it simple, that way, you know, I can follow through, because I'm not very good at following through on things sometimes. I'm a Sagittarius. We just do whatever, okay? So what I also am thinking that I'm going to do is at the end of the year, or possibly even early next year, is do an update video and reflect back on this and see if I read my priority books and see if I can hold myself accountable and follow through. It's 5 books, guys. 5 books. Do you guys think I'm going to be able to do it? I want to hear your guys' opinion. Do you think I can? So with that said, if you guys have read any of these, you guys can give me your opinions, but don't you dare spoil any of them. Do you hear me? Do not spoil them, because I'm looking forward to these guys. But you can tell me what you thought of them. So all of those great. So, you know, like, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.